All right, good morning, everybody. Ugh. One of those mornings. We are waiting. I think we're about an hour plus out from being able to start the download for Dune Awakening. So we're going to be switching over to that later on this morning. Don't forget, everybody. Um, we are going to continue plugging away at Days Gone this morning for a little bit anyway. I have no idea how long the download's going to take for Dune Awakening, so I anticipate we'll probably be playing this for a couple of hours at least before we switch over. Today is Friday. Let me check the weather. I don't think we have storms until tonight, so fingers crossed. Yeah, storms start about 8 o'clock tonight, so fingers crossed. As long as there's no power outages or internet outages, we should have a full day of Dune Awakening. Yes, it is a beta weekend for Dune Awakening, Yorin. It kicks off this. I think everything you can start download. I think in about an hour is when it's supposed to be available. I've literally got the other laptop open on the Steam page, and I'm just waiting to refresh it and check and start a download on the other internet connection. And yeah, hopefully we will. Like I said, I have no idea because they're not allowing a preload, so I don't know how long it's going to take to do a download because everyone and their brother is going to be downloading the same time, and it might break the Steam servers. Good morning, everybody. Hector, Yari. I need some coffee. Yesterday was my last physical therapy session for the moment. I have a doctor appointment on Thursday of next week, which is the 15th, which is also the day that Star Wars Outlaws DLC and Doom: The Dark Ages comes out. And I have to check timing and everything. I have a doctor's appointment at like 9:30 in the morning. I hate doing stuff that early in the morning because it interrupts with my streaming. But that was the only appointment available for like a week. And it was like, well, I got to go see the doctor just so I can figure out if I'm going to be done with physical therapy or do another like 2 weeks or something. I feel pretty good. I still have issues when I'm sitting for prolonged periods of time, which is all related to the sciatic nerve. I don't know that I need any more physical therapy, but I'm not the doctor, so I'm going to wait to see what the doctor says. But I don't have anything happening today. So theoretically, as long as I feel good, there's no power outages or internet outages, we're going to be streaming all day long. One little quick thing before we get going. I always tell people, like, I don't really watch Netflix anymore or anything. We have largely shifted our entertainment to TikTok for the last, like, 3 years. TikTok is a lot of fun for a lot of things, and there's this one guy in particular. He's called Far Other Side. His name's Drew. I'm gonna plug him this morning. It's called Far Other Side, and as far as I'm aware, I think he just basically sticks to TikTok. He has a sailboat, and he does solo sailing all over the place. And what's really fascinating to me is there are so many people in this world who get really comfortable and complacent and don't really do anything with their lives, right? And then they just complain about everything. We talk about these people in stream chat from time to time because these are the people who complain about video games or complain about TV shows. Oh, that's not canon. Oh, why'd they cast a black person? Oh, remaster. Oh, I don't like Bethesda. This guy has been going through a hell of a time the last few days because he's 700 miles offshore from New Zealand, sailing to, I forget where, New Guinea? Papua New Guinea? I forget where. Anyway, 700 miles offshore on a sailboat. All he's got's Starlink, and it won't connect all the time because of storms and everything else. He got hit with a gale storm that was 3 days long, where he just had to heave to and hunker in place. Ripped a sail, broke a steering wheel bearing thing down underneath the ship, so his rudder wasn't working. Broke a whole bunch of stuff. And so after the storm happened, he's been becalmed for 3 days. and he's been just updating as often as he can on TikTok, and it's just been repairs, right? And he doesn't have any of the parts he needs. So what does he have? He has spare materials and things that are kicking around on the ship because those you just like stock metal, like stock bars of metal and an angle grinder, and of course he's got solar panel to help charge the batteries and stuff. But this is ingenuity, and this is overcoming adversity. And one of the reasons I love this guy's account is because he doesn't sail nonstop. What he does is he'll go on like he'll do like 3 months while he'll do a journey, and then he's a nurse, and so then he'll go do a contract or whatever, and then he'll do another 2 month journey, and then he'll go off and work, and then he'll come back and do another few month journey or a few week journey, and he's just been sailing his boat around. And I've been following him for about 2 years now. This is by far the roughest adventure I've seen him take, and it's I think one of the longest trips he's done because he's going from New Zealand all the way to Canada. And he's doing it in stages, but he's taking his boat all the way back because now what he's wanting to do is he's wanting to upgrade to a bigger boat to sail with a crew. What I find fascinating about this account, and the reason I wanted to mention this before we started playing Days Gone this morning, is because watching this man overcome the challenges of being out at sea in the middle of nowhere with no one to rely upon but himself. There's no rescue crew coming to save him if shit gets bad, right? He does have an emergency crew watching so that if he suddenly were to disappear off the tracker, they would be able to call the Coast Guard and everything. But it's not like he can't get more food delivered. He can't get more water delivered. He can't get supplies delivered. He can't get materials delivered. He's literally stuck in the middle of the ocean on a little sailboat, and he's having to make creative decisions on the fly to overcome these adverse conditions. Otherwise, he's stuck in the middle of the ocean, and if it were the pre-internet times, he would fucking die. Now, in the internet times, if it got really, really, really bad, he would be able to radio in and be like, look, I need a rescue crew because I'm stuck. This is broke, this is broke, this is broke, this is broke. But obviously that's a last ditch emergency thing to happen. But like looking at the creative, this is like, I just want to say like backwoods engineering is what we would call it where I grew up, where it's like you find a problem and it's like you don't have a repairman that you can call, so you have to come up with a creative solution. So I got to take this stock piece of metal, I got to cut it down, I got to drill some holes in it, I got to put that up there, cut another bar for a cross piece, put that up there, tap it all together, and hope that works as a repair to keep that piece in place so that my rudder works. Like those are the types of things he's having to do, and he's got to get it all done before the next gale hits, because right now he's becalmed and he can't do anything if there's a storm going on. So I look at this, and then I come back to my day job, right? What do I do for a living? I play video games, right? And I review movies and stuff. And I've done a lot of things in my life, and I've faced a lot of adversity. But what I really want to drive home is the people who watch these streams and who come back and watch my VODs. The people who complain about, oh, this video game doesn't have 60 frames per second. Oh, Bethesda didn't launch Elder Scrolls 6 this year. Oh, Ubisoft. Bleh, Assassin's Creed. Bleh, Ubisoft. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and do something with your life like this guy is. Go out there and actually face some adversity in your life. Do something worthwhile and meaningful. Stop bitching about things. You live in a country where you have internet and air conditioning and you play video games and you have the luxury of being able to sit at home with a high-speed internet connection. You are facing zero adversity in your life. You are a fat slob like I am. I'm definitely, just for perspective, I know a lot of people don't see it and they won't see it, but like I've put on like, that's probably a bad angle. I got a little bit of a paunch going on right now. I put on like 20 pounds in the last year, and it's all gone straight to my gut. Why? Because I sit here and play video games all day. and I haven't been able to exercise or anything because of my leg injury. So I have, you know, I'm in that camp as well. But don't complain about video games, kids. These are these are not anything other than luxury items. These are hobbies that we get to do for fun, and some of us do it for a living, but it's still just, it's one of those hobby jobs. There's no adversity in playing a video game. Just because you're good at pushing buttons in Elden Ring doesn't mean you're actually facing any real adversity. I just wanted to make sure I put that perspective out there today because I was watching his video this morning. He had to repair a sail tear, and he had no extra sail material on board. So he's looking at like, well, can I take a tarp? Can I take like clothing material? And ultimately, he settled on some special super whammy tape he has, and he like created a section of like tape, strips of tape, and he's hoping that'll hold. But it's like I watch these things every day. He's doing repairs. This is real adversity. And then I come on my YouTube channel this morning and I load up YouTube and I see all these comments from people who are complaining that like, oh, Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't going to have native 60 frames per second mode on the base PS5, and you're going to have a PS5 Pro if you want 60 frames a second. And oh, Rockstar Games, you're such a fucking loser of a company for not being able to optimize my base PS5 to be able to have 60 frames per second in optimal 4K resolution. Meh. So yeah, juxtaposition of real adversity and someone actually doing something with their life, and someone just crying about a video game. It's not a show, Gary. What it's called is he has a TikTok account. It's called Far Other Side, and I've been following him for I want to say 2 or 3 years now. Um, it's a small account. See if that'll show up. Far Other Side. His name's Drew. He's got a sailboat. He does adventures on a sailboat, and he's had he's had a challenging past few days. But I wanted to bring that out in this morning before we got going because I think it's a beautiful conversation on the perspective of what actual adversity is. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, kids, so you never miss an update. We talk about all sorts of fun stuff like this during streams, so make sure you tune in live every morning on YouTube and Twitch. We usually start about 5 a.m. Central. Talk about all sorts of stuff like this. Anyway, no excuse for being miserable. Exactly. But Ren, my problems are so much more important than anyone else's. Yari says he just needs a cold beer to go along with everything else. That sounds good, man. Alright, now we can actually go play a little bit. Modelo? I'm not a big fan of Modelo. Modelo negro, sí. Lo que tenemos ahorita es Bohemia Negra. Es la cerveza favorita de mi esposa. Es la Bohemia Negra. León Oscura. A mí me encanta. Tempest Doble Malta. Es una cerveza de Ciudad de México. Oh, es muy rico.
Sarah.
Yeah, just put it on the counter, will you?
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is just really frustrating for me sometimes.
I wouldn't know. I just need another requisition form.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna give this one to you.
Why? Why not?
So I'm gonna go with you this time. Let's go. on, soldier. See if you can keep up with me.
Yeah, right. When's the last time you went on a run? I mean, you know, out in the shed.
Hey, I've done supply runs like anyone else. I gotta admit, it's been a while.
Generally speaking, I
You
am
have a
a
bite?
wine guy more than a
Yeah,
beer guy, but
but,
I do like
I think I'm gonna ride with
dark
you on this
beers.
one. No chance of us getting separated that way.
Mead.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop with
I like a good IPA.
Hey, you been inside the Ark yet?
The cave's here. Yeah.
I like
got
fruity
the
IPAs.
Grand tour when I arrived.
Like
From the
grapefruit.
Colonel himself.
Come on, even you gotta give the man some credit. For the vision, stockpiling, preparing, saving what we can.
Ciders are good.
Well, I'll give him this.
I
This
just don't
island is
like
a goddamn fortress. Nothing's gonna get
stuff
in here
like
without a hell of a
Heineken
fight.
or Budweiser
Exactly.
or
Here, this is my tent.
Coors or things like that.
Wow, nice place. It's got that woman's touch.
Yeah, anoche yo
Right.
tomé un poco
I'm
de
hardly ever here. And most nights I
tequila.
just spend it
Alfredo,
all
lo
caught in
tomé
the lab.
cuatro
Look at
noches.
this will get
De
the
hecho.
job done.
It was a gift from Matt when I first joined up.
Anoche
Matt.
Chris estaba quejando
The
porque otra vez con tequila.
Jesus, come
Ya,
on, Deacon, it's just so done.
déjame disfrutar mi vida un poquito. Es porque compré una botella hace como una semana. Y es la primera vez
Come on,
que tomé
let's go this way. I
tequila en
wanna show
como
you
3
something.
meses por la medicina que
Following
estoy
you.
tomando por mi,
When I got here, the
por mi
militia
pierna
cut
y
down
ahorita no
almost
estoy
every
tomando
tree on the
medicina
island.
y por fin
I
puedo
asked Matt,
tomar alcohol
the
otra
colonel,
vez.
to save the last one.
Oh yeah, well, why did you do that?
Do you remember
A
that
mí me gusta más el
Crater
Gimedor,
Lake, I mean.
pero
Out
o
there.
Don Julio está muy bien.
Yeah, I remember.
Herradura.
I remember
A mí me
thinking,
gustan más los anejos,
when Mount Mazama blew up, how long
pero
did it take? A
el
lava
José
to cool,
Cuervo
soil to form, all these
reposado
trees to grow.
estaba
When all this
en
is over,
descuento hace como
we
3
leave this
días,
fucking island,
como $15.
I want there to be at least one tree left.
Entonces,
Listen,
fue
these
un
guys
descuento de
don't
como
give a shit
50%.
about any
Entonces,
of
me
that.
voy a comprar.
I've been through their dead zone.
No es la mejor
The
tequila,
colonel's
pero
focused on winning the war.
está
The
suficiente.
sooner I do my part, the sooner he'll stop burning everything to the ground.
That sounds delicious, Hector. I do love a good cider.
What's wrong?
No, nothing. It's just. Never mind.
It's hard to find good ciders here. The only thing they sell here is like
Hold on,
Strongbow, which is not. It's not that great of a cider.
There's a community college east of here, off the highway. You know the one?
This is that college I
Yeah,
couldn't get into
yeah.
the other day, and now this is what I
let's take the
suspected. There was
South
going to be a
Bridge. It'll be
quest that led
faster.
me to it.
I'm with you.
Hey, so I gotta ask, all this stuff, the yeast, the silicon,
Why do I need it? The weapon I'm working on is a virucide.
Yeah,
If
it's
I
like the
isolate virus
Budweiser
that
of
causes cells to
ciders.
mutate, I can kill it.
okay.
Yeah, you guys specialize in ciders. It's good stuff. I lived in Greeley, Fort Collins, in Colorado, in that area for a long time, for about 12 years. And Fort Collins has a massive craft beer
Can I
culture.
ask you something?
And so I was
After
blessed
that
to be able
night
to
in
drink a
Farewell,
lot of really
what
good
happened?
beers
I mean, how
while I
did
was
you
living
get
in
out?
Colorado.
Well, we
And that was
almost
probably
didn't.
the height of my
After
beer
the
drinking.
feds
I've never
pulled
been a
out,
huge beer
anyone still
drinker,
alive
but
started putting up roadblocks of their own, and they started shooting people on sight. We somehow made it to that refugee camp where we thought that you were going to be waiting, but like I said, it was gone. So we tried a few others, same story, no survivors, everything overrun. So within a week, the whole damn valley was a war zone. People were killing each other over scraps of food, sometimes killing each other for no reason at all. If Boozer and I hadn't stuck together, I don't think we would have made it.
Wait, Boozer? He's alive? Where is he? What happened to him?
Yes, he's alive, but he's at a camp up north. He can't ride anymore because he lost his arm. But he is alive.
So glad he's alive. I'm really sorry. I should have asked you about him sooner.
Don't worry about it. Okay, my turn. Look, it's gonna sound stupid, but, that night in Farewell, my mongrel's ring, do you still have it?
Deacon, I'm sorry. It's the Colonel's policy. They confiscate all jewelry when you come into the camp. They melt down the gold and silver to use in Weaver's project or whatever the hell. I forgot all about it. I'm really sorry.
No, don't worry about it. I don't know, I was just thinking out loud. It doesn't matter.
Other than the other guy has the ring, so I wonder why he has it.
Here, I think this is it.
Ah, this is how we get into the school, man.
You been here before?
Once, before, you know, career day, they invited me to give a presentation on exciting careers in biochemistry.
What?
Nothing, just looking back, it should have been a talk on how to survive the end of the world. Come on. How are we gonna get through this? Should we find a way around?
No, hold on. I can boost you up there.
That's my drink of choice, Alfredo, is wine. I've been into wine for a long time.
Ready?
Matter of fact, I remember
Yeah.
I'm the oldest in my family, and
got it?
for a few years, maybe about 2 years, I don't know if
Got
it was a few, I think it was about 2 years, I
Here,
lived
watch your
with
head.
my
Got it.
brother and my sister. My brother had a house, and then my sister was living with him, and then I moved in, and the three of us lived together for maybe a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Um,
Jesus, what the hell happened
and
here?
This is one of the earliest
I was the
bio
oldest.
camps, set up
So
before
I
they
was in
figured
my
out the
early
cold shit
20s,
to run
and
a
neither
war
one of them had hit
It was dead long
21
before I
yet.
got here.
And
This entire place is gonna be crawling.
I would go to the liquor store and get us
You know where
wine
we're going?
for
Like I said,
dinner
I've only been here
and
once,
stuff.
but I think the science
And my
behind
sister
it-
would go with me, and she was just like, she was like 20, and I would have been like 25, 24, 25. So she was almost there, so she would go to the liquor store with me, and we would, I remember there was um, an old vine Zinfandel from, the Michael something vineyard in California that was really, really good that we
Well,
drank
I mean, I don't want to
for
burn the
like
whole place
a
down
year.
on
It
us.
was
We don't
so
even know
good.
what's in there.
Well, we know what's in there, but you goddamn
Now,
news.
come on, let's just go around.
Is there something you look for in getting a good wine? No, I'm very,
Not from through here.
I'm not a wine snob.
Whoever was living
I
here
just like to
framed the
drink
place up pretty
good grape. And so I think for me, what I'll do is I look for, I know there are certain types of wine, types of grapes I like.
How about through here?
I'm going to pause for a minute because this is actually a fun discussion where I can give a little bit of advice. If you're just getting into wine, there's a couple of things I would say. Number one, if you're in doubt, you can never go wrong with a good Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a nice, it's like a table wine internationally. A good Cab Sav, which is a nice red. It's not going to be too sweet. It's not going to be too dry. A good Cabernet Sauvignon it's the table wine of choice around the world. Any brand, you're just looking for, and you're going to have to experiment because here's the thing. There are some really good wines that you can get that are like $6 a bottle, and then there's some really shitty wines that you can spend $50 on. So it's never going to be about the amount you pay. It is often about the money that you pay, but not always about the money that you pay. I'm not a wine expert. There are some amazing like Instagram and YouTube and TikTok accounts out there that get really into wine culture. I definitely don't like, I don't do the swirl and spit and all that shit. I'm just like, that looks good. It's a grape that I like. The label looks cool and it's on sale. I'm going to try it out. And it's hit and miss. Um, and what Chris and I will do is over the years, like when I met Chris, she was not a wine drinker, but I was. So Chris started getting into wine because of me. And then over, 15 years of being married, she has determined she really likes um, Shiraz. Specifically, she loves like Tall Horse and God, there's another one They both have giraffes. They're from South Africa. It's Tall Horse, and I forget the other one. Um, and those are like a entry point Shiraz, right, out of South Africa, and she loves those, and Shiraz is her favorite. But like Shiraz and Syrah, Syrah, are the same grape. They're just in different parts of the world. So, as a general rule, though, like Spain has amazing wine, Italy has amazing wine, France has amazing wine, Bulgaria has amazing wine, Chile has amazing wine, Argentina has amazing wine, Mexico has some amazing vineyards. The United States has some amazing vineyards. Um, anyway, going back to Cabernet Sauvignon is a great choice for a basic red wine. Um, if you find that that's a little too dry, you could try a Merlot. I'm not a huge Merlot fan. Merlot is usually it's a little too sweet for me. But Merlot can be very good as well. But I like Cabernet Sauvignon. A Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is one of the better. It's a higher quality red grape than the Cabernet Sauvignon. And if you can find good Pinot Noirs could be a little bit more money usually than a Cab Sav. But Pinot Noir is an excellent red wine that goes with lots of different things. A good Shiraz is dry and peppery, and I love like a good dry Shiraz with like sharp cheddar cheese or something. One of my favorite things to do back in the day when I got quite big at one point in time, for my frame anyways. And I loved taking a block of feta cheese, a bag of pretzels, and like a bottle of Shiraz or Pinot Noir, and I would just open the bottle. I would watch a movie, and I would just sit there and eat a block of cheese. Not the whole thing, but I would eat off the block of cheese with and drink the bottle of wine while I was eating pretzels. It's so good. Now on the white side, the the counter to Cabernet Sauvignon is um this is gonna depend. I like Pinot Grigio. Um, these are just types of grapes. So brands are a different thing, but types of grapes. A Pinot Grigio is a very good white wine. Um, and you can get into like there's all these different types of whites as well. I don't really do rosés. Rosés are like the pink wines. Rosé can be good, but I'm much more a fan of just classic reds and whites. Oh, and on the red side, an Old Vine Zinfandel is probably my favorite red grape. Old Vine Zinfandel is like it's a really good red. On the white side, Pinot Grigio, um, Rieslings are pretty good. My favorite white though is the Traminer grape, which is I believe only found in Germany, and those tend to be more expensive. Those are going to be $30 per bottle minimum. Um, but those are good like breakfast wines. And then Chris and I drink a lot actually. The brand is Barefoot Wine. It's Barefoot Vineyards out of California, and they have some really good Pinot Grigio. And more importantly, they have a Muscat, which is a sweet wine. It's a sweet white wine called a Muscat. Um, absolutely, it's a breakfast wine or a brunch wine. You need to serve it chilled, so you put it in the fridge, and then it's like, oh, we're having scrambled eggs and toast this morning. I'd like a glass of wine with breakfast, and you pull that sucker out of the fridge, and you got a nice crisp. It's almost like an apple juice. It's so sweet, but it's a grape. Yeah, Barefoot's a good like it's a run of the mill entry level wine like a vineyard, but they sell lots of different good wines. I don't think you'll ever go wrong buying something from Barefoot. But that gets into branding. So here's what I do when I go to the vineyard or with the vineyard. Sorry, when I go to the liquor store, it's different when I go to the vineyard. When I go to the liquor store, and I'm not a professional by any means, but I do like wine. The first thing I look for is what's on sale because wine can be expensive, especially if you drink it on a regular basis. If you like have a glass of wine every single night like we do, you can start spending hundreds of dollars every single month, even if you're just drinking cheap, like $10 bottles of wine. It can get expensive pretty quick. Um, so go to the discount shelf, whatever liquor store you go to. Look for the discount shelf. Look for the types of grapes that you think you want to try or the grapes that you know you like. I know that I like Pinot Noir, Old Vine Zinfandels, Cabernet Sauvignons, Pinot Grigios, things of that nature. Um, Go to the discount shelf and see what of those are on sale. Now, if any of the things that are on sale are like an award-winning vineyard or an award-winning vintage, and they've got a bunch of label stuff that says, "Oh, we won these 5 awards," just get it. It doesn't matter who the brand, just get it. It's going to be good if it's won a bunch of awards somewhere. It's that simple. Um, Now, if you want to get creative and taste test, that's when you buy based on how creative is the label. Like, one of my favorite creative decisions I made years ago, I went to Colombia and I was at a little restaurant getting a steak, and they had a wine called El Gato Negro. And it's got this really cool cat on the label. And I went, I like the label. I'm going to try that wine. And they have pretty good wines. Um, so, discount shelf, look for a grape that you like or you want to try. Look for something that's got, you know, we won these awards, best of the year, blah, blah, blah. Look for that first. Failing that, get creative and just test yourself. The testing of the bottles based on the labels is risky because you're not always going to get a good wine. But the good thing with wine is that if you open the bottle and you don't like it, that's okay. Stick it in the fridge. You can use it to cook with. It's great for stews. It's great for gravies. It's great for, you know, lots of different things. You could put a splash of wine in to add some flavor to the dish that you cook. You can never go wrong with having just shitty wine in the fridge because you can use it to cook with. So even if you made a bad choice and you spent $10, $20, whatever on a bottle of wine that you didn't like, it's never a loss because you can use it um, for something later on. Um, there are beyond that, everybody's got a different palate is the thing. And so that's why I have a hard time when I say like, yeah, there are some great YouTube channels and TikTok accounts that you can follow that will have basic general advice if you want to really learn more about wine culture and wine tasting and all that stuff. And that's great. But the problem that I find with that is that I have my own palate. And so I have found that generally speaking, I will probably agree with most of what those wine reviewers will say, but I will also disagree with them on quite a few things because I'm like, I'll try something and be like, ooh, no, I'm not a big fan of that, just because my palate is different. And that's something that you're only going to discover through taking your own journey through wine, is discovering, I'm 25 years into wine drinking now, so I have a refined palate, and so I know what I like and I know what I don't like. So it's like if someone offers me a Merlot, I'm gonna be like, ooh. Um, I will taste it. I will test it first before before I'll just accept the glass because it's like I don't know that I'm gonna like that. Oh, and that's another thing. If you're out to eat, um, I don't actually recommend doing um, drinking wine when you're out at restaurants unless you have a lot of disposable income. And the reason for that is because the markup on alcohol is so fucking high at restaurants that you're going to be paying double or triple what you could get that bottle for at your home. Um, what I would suggest is that if you could find restaurants that allow you, what is it? Is it called corking service? They call it different things in different places, and you'll have to call in advance to ask if they will allow you to use. Usually, what they'll do is they'll allow you to bring your own, but they'll charge you a fee to uncork the bottle. I think it's called uncorking service or something like that. Um, and Chris and I don't go out to eat that much anymore, which is why I don't remember what it's called. But then you could take a bottle in of your own favorite thing, and they'll just charge you $10 to take the cork out or something, because they want to make money off of selling alcohol. But it's never worth it. It's never worth drinking wine at a restaurant ever. You're gonna spend $20 on a frickin' glass that's like got, you know 4 or 5 sips of wine in it. And it's like, no, if I'm enjoying a wine, I want a glass of wine that I can sip on for the next 30 minutes while I'm snacking on some sardines and crackers and cheese or something. Um, yeah, I like wine a lot. That's definitely my go-to um, thing. And if you really want to get me going, wine and cigars, and I'll be out on the back porch for the next 4 hours cooking up, something on the grill, drinking a bottle of wine, and smoking a cigar. I like wine a lot. I'm very blessed in that I have a partner who also has enjoyed the wine journey with me, and then she got into cigars um, when we both got into cigars at the same time. And so that's sort of been a journey we've taken together because I never used to smoke cigars before I met her. Neither did she. It was a thing we started doing together once we got married. But wine, I've been into wine for a long time. Um, Moldovi? What is the name of that vineyard? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna look it up real quick. It's Michael something. I can't remember the name of this. There's some really good. It was a really good. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it now. Because I know they used to have. Oh, it's Robert Mondavi. I was thinking Michael. It's Robert Mondavi is the name of the vineyard. I remember they used to sell a really amazing old vine Zinfandel and some really good Cabernet Sauvignons. But they've been around for a long time. That's a Napa Valley. Their wines tend to be a little more expensive unless they've got like more budget options these days. Um, but that's like one of those vineyards that you know you're gonna get like barefoot. Like there's some really, and that's the thing. Once you get into wine, just the best thing you can do is start taking notes. Um, save the bottles. This is what Chris and I do. We save the bottles of the things we really like, and then we have a wine bottle collection. And then you'll start to figure out once you try like 3 or 4 wines that all came from the same vineyard, you're like, oh, okay. Well, that vineyard makes wines that I like. You're probably going to tend to find once you've tried 3 or 4 wines from a certain vineyard and you've liked all of them, chances are you're probably going to like most of what they produce. And there's nothing wrong with brand loyalty. And if you really get into it, um, and you really just want to test yourself, um, hang on here. Knocking Point Wines. So Stephen Amell, who was Green Arrow, he's an actor. He has a they don't have a vineyard, but him and his business partner, and it's been about 10 years ago now, they have this thing called Knocking Point Wines. And it's like a tastemaker club. And what they'll do is you sign up for a membership if you live in like the US and they will send you and there's lots of different ones. I mentioned this one because they tend to have a pretty good selection of eclectics. They don't have their own vineyard, but what they do is they do blendings and then they take wines from other places and they ship them to you every single month. And so you get the chance to just be like, what is this, and you get, I don't remember how many bottles it is, 6, 8, 10 bottles a month or whatever it is for your membership. Um, and you'll get all these different wine types. And that's another great way to just say, I don't want to deal with the choice aspect of it. I want somebody to just do it for me and just give me stuff to try. So, like a wine club membership is never a bad thing if you're going to really get into wine drinking, because then you're going to get like 6 bottles or whatever every single month. Um, yeah, so it just depends. There's lots of different wine clubs out there that you can take a peek at. But that's if you really start getting into it and you want to go the extra step, do a wine club thing. And lots of the vineyards have their own wine clubs. It could be a lot of fun. Anyway, sorry, you guys got me. I will talk wine happily. I will talk wine. Yeah, Yari, talking about cold beers, and next thing the stream is a wine tutorial. I wish I was more knowledgeable about wine, but I just like to drink wine with snacks and dinner. I don't often. It's because it's hot where I live, so um, I don't drink as much red wine as I used to because I do like a nice refrigerated white. Um, and so I'll drink a little bit more white wine. Um, Sauvignon Blanc is by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier, Alfredo. The Cabernet Sauvignon is the red. Sauvignon Blanc is the white version. So those are both like your standard table wines around the world. Sauvignon Blanc I like less than Pinot Grigio, but it is still a good like general white, and you can find some really good. The Chardonnay is where I tend to not. I'm not a. For me, Chardonnay is like Merlot. It's hit and miss, but whites are just as good. It's like it's all wine. It's all good, but you just gotta play around. Um, so yeah, that's my random um, wine tutorial. As we got sidetracked this morning. Hang on, my phone's beeping at me too. I am having a good day, motionless. Thanks for asking. All right. While I'm sitting here, let me double check. We will check Steam again in 30 minutes to see if that download is available. Oh, I grabbed the wrong controller. I used to have a black Xbox controller, but it died on me. And so now with two white controllers, I always forget which one I'm grabbing sometimes.
Here, let me try.
Today's Friday, so you're going to pop off tonight? Nice, Alfredo. Enjoy. Once you get into it, too, you'll start to find
Got it.
like wine pairings with food.
Coming.
And that's when you get into just really fun. One of my favorite places to travel was like Italy and Spain. Italy, Spain, and Greece, but specifically Spain because you have the,
Here, help
the
me move
tapas
this.
restaurants.
Hold
Like
on. Okay.
specifically what they do is you're not eating a meal when you go to a tapas place. You're going specifically because you're going to go have a glass of wine or a beer with some type of like snack, a tapa. Unas tapas, no? And so Barcelona was one of the coolest places I've ever been. Madrid was nice too, but I really loved Barcelona because you've got the seaside, you've got the markets, and you can go sit down and just have like smoked sardines with crackers and some sort of smoky cheese paired with, a bottle of something. And the crazy thing was this is when I get into wine doesn't have to be expensive to be good because there was a lady I saw. Yes, I was laughing because it's so true. Like she was in Italy, and she's spending a few months there, and she went to the grocery store, and a 2 liter of Coke was $1.95 or €2, right? Dollar of Coke, two liter of Coke, $2. And then she goes to the next shelf over, and here's all these local wines that come from the vineyards surrounding the town that she's in. And all the wines are also 1.95 or €2 for a bottle of wine. And she's like, it is way more economically sound decision to buy wine than Coca-Cola because guess what? There's less sugar, kids. And I was just laughing so hard because it's the same price. Like if you live in a place where they make wine. So when we were in Spain for 3 months, I was in heaven because it was like we were getting um like really good wine and champagne for like $2, $3 a bottle because it was locally produced and right there. It doesn't have to be $20 or $30. It often will be if you're buying in the US because of liquor tax and import fees on, especially now with all the stupid tariff stuff. Um, but if you, it doesn't. It's not about how much the wine costs. You can find really good cheap wines.
You ready? Push. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh shit! Back. Slow.
All right. Well, let me find another way.
No, wait a second.
Thanks for the super chat, Roberto's. Over on YouTube, good streams. Thank you, I appreciate that.
We both go out there. We're just gonna pull them down on top of each other. So, wait a second. What if you climb up on top of here? You lay down covering fire. You take out the stragglers. I'll take out the rest.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah. I do this all the time. Just keep up a steady stream of fire. All right?
Deacon.
Once I'm through,
now I'm thirsty and I don't have any wine in the house.
Lay it into him! Oh, no, you don't! Come on, we got this! Come on, sons of bitches! Yeah, come on down. It's clear.
I'm really happy I started putting
You okay?
points into focus.
Jesus, that was a little too close.
No, we had it all the way.
Gunfire's gonna bring in more.
Yeah, we'll be long gone by then.
Where now?
I don't know. They got the place barricaded up pretty good. See if there's a hole in any of these walls. Place where we can climb up.
All right, I'll look over here.
Anything?
No. Hey, over here. There's an open window.
Coming.
Aha.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Hold on, let me find something.
Sarah?
Hold on. I gotta find something I can throw down.
Oh, shit!
Deacon!
Oh, shit!
God damn it!
Just find something for me to climb on!
I'm on it!
Come on.
Deacon, here!
I've played them, but it's been a long time since I've played a Resident Evil game. I traditionally haven't enjoyed horror games when I'm playing by myself, but now that I have an audience, I've been enjoying them more because it's fun to play
Oh, yeah, well,
a scary game with an audience.
well, better late than never. Oh, okay. Thanks.
Invites are going to be going out over the weekend, motionless.
Ready?
They have more information in their Discord
go.
about how they are sending out the waves of invites over the weekend. So you should check out the
Let me know if this is
Discord
in.
for Dune Awakening,
Yes,
and they will
ma'am.
have more
What do you say?
information on how they're doing
It's like a bomb
the
went off in here.
keys.
Maybe one did.
Because it's
Come on.
it's going out in
think we can
waves.
get
It's
through
not
here.
all happening at the same time. But yeah, the launch is just around the corner,
Door's
so
jammed.
Here,
No, I got this. I got it.
I am going to be giving away some more codes this morning too, as well, once we start
See? I
streaming.
told
So stay tuned for that.
See? Like I said, I got this.
good job.
Thanks.
Piece of equipment?
All right, we're almost there. Look, we're not giving up now.
I'm just asking.
Now we know how the freaks were getting in.
Someone needed to learn how to park.
It looks clear. Shit. More barricades, and they're everywhere.
Huh. Check the buildings.
I can see the science building. It's over there.
Just gotta get through these barriers.
That's the ammo. I definitely need the ammo. Come here.
Yeah.
Hey, another open window.
Got it. Here, let me boost you up again. Only this time you...
Don't take so long finding something for you to climb.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Okay, hold on. Hey, and try not to attract any more swarmers this time, all right?
Like, I have a
I'll
choice.
see what I can do.
Oh, son of a bitch, get off me!
Sarah! Sarah!
Can I push the truck over? I can. I didn't have a button on it earlier. And it does now, so.
No, no, no. Oh, Sarah. God damn it, Sarah. Sarah! Sarah! No! Damn it. No. Sarah! Sarah! Where are you? Sarah.
Yeah, 2025 has been amazing for gaming.
Hey.
God. Oh my God, there's so many of them.
Well, they're all dead now, honey.
They just kept coming.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Come on.
I'm fine. Come on, we're almost there.
I love the pinball machine over there. Light Wizard. Shiny.
This is the science building.
Shiny.
Yeah, looks like this
like a
place
diamond
has
in the
been shut up
sun.
tight from the inside.
Come on, there's got to be a way in.
Now I gotta go watch Moana. It's all your fault.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah. Killed freaks before.
No, I know. It's just...
Deacon, I'm fine. Let's go. Let's check this door. Can you open it?
I have no idea.
No,
They've got more
it's jammed
information
from
on
the
their
inside.
Discord channel. All I know is that the
go around
servers
the building.
are
There
supposed to
has
be
to be a
up
way
in
in.
about
I'm telling you, someone sealed it tight
15
from the
minutes. We should be
inside.
able to start downloading.
We gotta check, right?
And I believe that's when they start sending out wave invites. You'll have to confirm on their Discord because I actually don't know how they are sending out codes because that's a general thing. Yeah, that new Mafia, the old Mafia Old Country footage yesterday was awesome. Look, I had been
Damn
waiting for them to show off
okay.
something, and that was
Jammed like
really
all the
good.
rest.
Another way.
Also, we've got Tainted Grail at the end of the month.
What's
Doom in a couple of weeks. Actually, not even a couple of weeks, like a week.
Those are newts.
They're inside.
Those are newts in there, which means there's gotta be a way from the roof.
Come on.
Ghost of Utah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. This is just that's why I say anyone who claims that gaming is dead needs
Come on,
to
the roof's
just
low over here.
Yep, we just have to
get a better
find a way up.
headspace. I bet we can push that Hummy.
Sarah, here. Help me push this. We can use it to climb up.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, push.
Far enough?
Yeah, hold up.
Yeah, Mafia looks like it's got a great blend of
You got
different
it?
things. There was like a little bit of Red Dead. There was a
You
little bit
ready?
of like Indiana
Newts can get
Jones.
pretty nasty when you trespass in their territory.
Just really wish we didn't have to kill the little shits.
What?
Remind me of that little girl. One in Fair.
Don't fucking stand.
I don't know what she was doing.
None of them know what they're doing. Don't stand and kill them.
I know that.
That's the last of them.
You enjoyed that?
What, killing newts? No, but I mean, you gotta admit they're pretty goddamn annoying.
You're right about that.
Here, give me your hand.
Okay.
Careful. Steady.
I got this. All right.
There you go. Yeah, it wouldn't suck if you could drive the Hummer. Yeah, the Hummer looks really good too, by the way. The Hummer I've seen 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, well, you try living like them. See how you smell after 2 years.
No thanks. Where are we going?
Try these doors. One of these is gonna be a lab.
That's actually something that was really surprising me when I watched the Death Stranding 2 coverage yesterday. They're going to allow you to shoot weapons from the vehicles in the new one, which is awesome.
Yeah, I don't get it. There's no bullet holes, no sign of it. Violence or attack.
Yeah, I'll drink some Kool-Aid, I bet. Yeah.
Hemlock.
Jesus.
Over here.
Is that the centrifuge you were looking for?
Yep, this is it. Come on.
Okay.
I've chosen to die with dignity. May God save us all.
Shit. Guess I should have done a better job of hiding the bike.
All right. Let's do this.
Stay put. Keep your head down.
Yeah, good idea.
Here you are.
Got him! Someone's hit!
Something's moving.
Freakers!
Take cover. Freaks!
I got him.
Really? You're attacking me in favor of the freak, you fucker?
It's as clear as it's gonna get. Let's move.
Okay.
Use this.
All right, I got it. Let's go.
Come on, woman. Got
Ethan, stay down.
Yeah, got it. More newts.
What the hell? Shots coming from somewhere.
How you doing on ammo?
Grab cover. You worried you're all gonna die? Now. You heard him. Pull back.
It's clear. Let's move.
Hold on a second. I got it. Centrifuge.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
There's more of them, a lot more.
We're gonna have to clear them out before we can get to the bike. You got any more of those smoke grenades?
Yeah.
From up here, you can see the entire park. Now watch where I'm going, and then you throw the grenades ahead of me. You got it?
Got it.
Okay, let's do this.
do 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 Hang on, I was checking some stuff.
I'm moving up. I need cover and fire. Yeah, get him.
I'm hit.
You killed him. Cover and fire. Move to his side.
I need cover and fire.
Get him! No!
Oh, we got one down.
That's one of those big gun dudes. I'm gonna need to get to the cop car.
Up, I need cover and fire. Get around him. Get around him. I see you running around. They're down.
Can I get to... I need to see if I can get to the cop car and get some ammo.
Incoming!
Ready. Get down.
Get low!
I'm out!
I need cover. Stay up there.
I think that's the last of them.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming to you.
Let's do this.
You all right?
Am I all right?
What's wrong with you?
Oh, I don't know. It's just that I remember the day that I met you. You fired my gun in the air to scare off those rednecks, and you're so scared you couldn't stop shaking.
Yeah, well, lots changed since then.
Yep, everything's changed.
Come on, let's get the hell out of here.
I should be able to clear out the
What happened to you,
bird
Sarah?
nests in this place now.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, look, I get it. A lot's changed. Everyone we knew is gone, but it doesn't explain.
Explain what, Deacon? Why everyone in the Good Old Boys Club calls me the Wizard Island Witch?
Look, I don't give a shit about any of that.
Nothing's happened to me that hasn't happened to every other fucking person on this planet.
Yeah. Okay. If you say so.
Come on, let's move.
I'm coming.
Roll out! Roll out, Autobots. I need to go get my second cup of coffee here in a few minutes. Just waiting for a natural break point. Yeah, I need more. I've only had one cup, Dennis.
Can I say thank you?
No.
Okay. You know, I just wanted to let you know how much I needed this.
You're welcome.
Was that a new tier? Oh yeah, let's go check the gun store.
What's up with you?
Oh, new skill. Definitely in the melee line. We want to work our way towards that execution one, which I can't get yet. Shiny! I remember when first time I saw Moana with my niece and nephew. God, that song was stuck in my head for forever.
D. Corporal in command.
What
Hey,
kind of
Sarge.
guns you got for?
How's
Oh, I
life?
could get the Tommy gun. Oh wow, it's got a much bigger. The accuracy sucks, but man, it's got a much bigger magazine. The Chicago Chopper. I have the money to spare. I'm probably gonna do it. I don't care about the shotgun. 7-barreled shotgun. Jesus. I think we're getting the Tommy gun. Just because it's got a 55
Hey,
mag.
you be careful with that one. You'll shoot your eye out.
I'll shoot your eye out. What are the things that I can buy? Nah, I'm good. Oh, I still can't get the... Oh, that increases bullet capacity for the... But I gotta have rank 3 trust. That's a bit of a grind.
Yeah, okay.
Do 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 do. Hang on, let me check a few things. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna restart Steam here. It is the right time, but I don't know if the Steam page has been updated yet. I don't see anything popping up on the Steam page. We're still right at 2. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. I'll be right back. Oh, never mind. There's the update. It just happened. Okay, we are downloading the Dune Awakening beta weekend right now. I'm gonna go get a second cup of coffee, take a bio, come back, see how long that's gonna be to download, and then we'll have an estimation for when we'll be able to switch over. All right, kids. That update is actually going pretty quick. It's already at 28% complete. So I'm gonna wrap up here. I gotta go make a thumbnail really quick and get everything prepped, and I'll be back. I mean, according to this, as long as Steam doesn't slow down, I'll be back and we'll be up and running with the Dune Awakening beta in about 15 minutes. So if you're on Twitch, just stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll need to refresh here in a bit, but I'll also have all the links out on social media and Discord and everything else as soon as we're up and live. So we're gonna wrap up the Days Gone section here and then get prepped and ready for some Dune Awakening, everybody. So I'll see you guys in a little bit, and I'm gonna be giving away some keys.
I'll see you around.
So stay tuned. I gotta make sure I've got this quick save before we go anywhere. Dun, dun, dun. And I got the Tommy gun now. Alright guys, see you in a bit.